Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Email me for pricing, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a watch that came out in 2019 and was made in 250 pieces in sterling silver. This is the Zenith Pilot Type 20 Extra Special in silver. The watch is made of sterling and it's substantial, 45 millimeters in diameter. It is 14.4 millimeters thick. Lug-to-lug, the measurement is 54.5 millimeters, and it has a 23 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll throw the watch on my wrist, and you can see I'm probably the lower limit to wear this. My wrist is 16 centimeters, and the lugs aren't quite overlapping the edge of my wrist, but they're right out to the edge. It's not as thick as you might think, being under 15 millimeters thick. It'll fit underneath most cuffs. That said, it's probably best described as a sporty watch that can be worn casually. It's not necessarily a dress timepiece, unless you have a very large wrist to make it appear proportionally a bit more chaste. Taking a quick look, you can see the strap is substantial, historically true, calf skin, thick cut with a reddish-brown coloration. You can see the sheer cut on the side, completely rustic and unfinished, a very cool vintage Aviator look with a contrasting binding stitch and a fatuous but fun snap buckle. It doesn't actually serve any purpose, although in theory you could fit some sort of pencil or accoutrement underneath it and snap it in place to hold it fast as you fly your vintage aircraft. You can see this is a brand new Zenith factory strap, and it features a matching Zenith pin buckle with the Zenith star and a combination of media blasting and polish. Taking a quick look at the case, you can see fixed by bolts on the flank. We have individual numbering. This is 135 of 250. Everything's of high polish here. And you can see it's designed to look like old-fashioned watches that had welded-on lugs, sometimes because they were designed in the fashion of converted pocket watches, or because in many instances they were literally converted pocket watches with large onion-style crowns, round cases, welded-on lugs, and straps to match. Now, the dial of this watch is a lovely sort of rustic, aviation-inspired look. I'm getting Ford Tri-Motor vibes. Take a quick look online at how the Ford Tri-Motor was constructed, and you get the general sense of where this design inspiration came from. Now, the detailing is excellent. As you can see, the brushing of the dial looks chaotic. It looks randomly milled. It looks technical, but unfinished, much like a vintage aircraft. The hands at center are cathedral style, but take a look at the attention to detail. They are brushed across their top, much like the dial. Let's take a quick look here at how it looms. It looms well, as you can see. Super bright, like a torch, no issues there. Turning it over, you can see that the dial references aircraft from roughly the 1930s, late 20s through mid-30s, and then the case back references an aircraft from 1909. So you can see the image of the Louis Blériot monoplane that in 1909 crossed the English Channel with Blériot at the controls. At the time, he was carrying a Zenith watch with him, which inspired all of the Zenith Pilot watches that followed, and they were so grateful to his legacy that they put him on the back of these watches. Now, the watch is a little bit more water resistant than you might expect for a vintage-inspired pilot's watch. It's 100 meters, and you can see it is AG 925. It is sterling silver, case back included. Inside, we have Zenith Elite manufactured caliber 679, automatic wind, 50-hour power reserve, 4 hertz beat rate, 27 joules. It does feature a stop seconds function, and it has proven to be a very reliable and accurate timekeeper since it debuted on the market in 1994. Reach out to Tim Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.